A big thanks to BornX Smokers for sponsoring this video.
Germany has some amazing recipes and I'm going to take one of their oldest recipes and turn it into barbecue. I hope you know what this is. Schweinehaxe. Richtig lekker. If you've ever been to Germany, and especially around the time when they have Oktoberfest, you already know what I'm talking about. Schweinehaxe, also known as Eisbein, is actually a ham hock or a knee of the pig. And in Germany, they put it on these big skewers, walls filled with them. But that's not what we are going to do. We're going to take this, say thank you Germany, and turn it into our own style of barbecue food. This is beautiful red meat. It's working meat with loads and loads of flavor. But we also have the skin. Traditionally in Germany, they will crispen this up, but we are not going to worry about that. We're going to focus on getting flavor in the meat. I'm gonna make the PitmasterX classic barbecue rub. This is the most popular barbecue rub on our website, and it's perfect for any barbecue recipe. And I'm going to turn it into a brine, just by taking a liter or 4 cups of water and adding the rub to it. Mix it up until all of the particles are dissolved, and that's how easy it is to make your own brine. All of the PitmasterX rubs are designed in a way that you can easily turn them into a brine. So it's almost like a multifunctional recipe. Rub, brine, that easy. And of course, you can take a brine and put the meat inside the brine and then wait for a long time until your meat is brined. If it's a chicken breast, it's going to be a matter of 2 hours. But if it is thick pork like this, it's going to be more like days. And that's why we use a good old syringe. Oh, this thing is tight, man. So you're just gonna go in, watch the whole thing grow, and you're just gonna keep on going with that brine until the meat says enough is enough. I'm fully stuffed. I'm not absorbing any more fluids.
And what happens if it's too full?
The meat will let you know. Don't wear your best clothes. Yeah, that's maybe the best tip for injecting. And by injecting the pork the way we just did, you can start cooking right away. There's no waiting time, it's just time to fire up your barbecue. I'll be smoking on the BornX smoker. This is an absolute beast of a smoker, and the key feature is that it's super easy to control and super stable in temperature, so you will never ever be able to fail your cook until you mess it up yourself. The cool thing about this barbecue is that it has a huge capacity, which means we got plenty of room for the smoke to go around and touch our delicious. Well, we need a kind of a new name for it. We can't use the German name of Haxe or the Schweinehaxe. We need a barbecue name. So it's probably going to be something like ham hock, pulled ham hock. One of the first things that I'm going to do is slide in a tray to make sure that I catch all the drippings. Well, then in goes my smoking tray, and it's time to place in the ham hocks. Make sure that they have plenty of room, and then insert a thermometer to keep the eye on the core temperature of the meat. Close the lid and set the temperature to a whopping 150 degrees Celsius. That's right, I'll be smoking at a high temperature. And the reason that I want to do that is not just to save time, but the knees have so much intramuscular fat, they have so much silver skin and tight things that we really need to cook them through and through. So we'll be smoking at a high temperature. Now we gotta add some smoke chips. Let's turn it on. As you can see at the bottom of this device, an auger is turning. It's driven by an electric motor and it's transporting these tiny wood chips to the heat coil. And the cool thing about using the BornX is that with a switch of a button, you're able to control the amount of smoke you put on your food. This is the tray that catches the burned down embers from the smoke wood. I'm gonna put in a little bit of water, so when the smoke wood goes in, we're not getting fire. Look at the beautiful smoke that we get from this barbecue. The temperature's going up. It's time to close the lid and let the pork ham hock smoke. Now I want to show you the beautiful smoke that comes out of this smokestack. It's just absolutely perfect. Precision laser barbecue cooking. This is very a light, clean smoke. You almost can't see the smoke, but it's still there. I'm getting a lot of heat, a little bit of moisture, and a little bit of smoke. Now that's what they call thin blue smoke. Not the stuff that comes from burning fat, but smoke that comes from burning tiny particles of smoked wood. And the next phase of turning our ancient German recipe into a modern barbecue dish is making a barbecue sauce. And today it's going to be Carolina Gold. Are you ready? It starts with a cup of apple cider vinegar. To that I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of ketchup, a 1/4 cup of mustard. Yes, and this is my favorite mustard, the local mustard. And a fresh batch of Worcester sauce. A teaspoon of salt, and let's finish it off with 2 teaspoons of chili flakes. Then it's time to turn on the burner, bring the whole thing up to a boil, stir it, and wait until you have that syrupy bubble that we love so much. I just got the notification from my meter thermometer that it's time to take the ham hocks out. Now they are at the core temperature of 96 degrees Celsius. So let's take a look. I put some gloves on to make sure that I don't burn my hands. Oh, yo. Oh, look at that. Let's get that thermometer out. Oh, this smells so smoky. So nice. That is one good looking bark. Nice and fatty, crispened up a little bit at the edges. Got a beautiful smoke color on it, and it feels super tender. I'm almost afraid to touch it too much because I think it's gonna fall apart on me. First, I'm going to take my knife and cut away the skin. And as you can see, parts of it turned crispy. Let's give this a try. Wow, you can definitely eat the skin. Of course, some parts of it still might be tough, but the reason why I kept it on is because it's a natural barrier that protects the meat from drying out. Let's shred this off. Take off that jacket. Oh. Just shake it off. Fall off the bone tender. Absolutely fantastic. Carolina Gold going on. Oh, look at that. That's gonna make this pulled ham hock freaking delicious. All I need to do now is just mix it up, make sure every little bit gets a piece of that sauce. And that's how you turn an ancient German dish into new style barbecue. Wow, that Carolina Gold on pork, it is freaking delicious. Top notch.